Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we're checking in for the week of the 13th through the 19th, and I'm just going to say it right now, bookmark this video. And the reason I say that is because if you ever feel bad about your spending in a week, you can watch this video and know that it could always be worse. I went nuts. I was going through something, I don't know, I was just feeling really blah, and I ended up spending a lot of money, which is not really the proper way to handle that, but that's what I did. So you're gonna see all of the evidence of that now, but since I have so much, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get into it. Starting with Sunday the 13th, I just have one expense, though don't let me fool you, it's not cheap. I talked about this Mercari purchase that I made last week, and I got a backpack and it didn't fit my laptop and it was not what I thought it was. So I went on and bought the real one. It's not that it was fake, it was just not what I thought it was. And that was $69.86. So I do really need to figure out what to do with the one I bought on Mercari. I could just resell it. I've never done anything like that before, so I don't know exactly how that works, but yeah. The 14th we did have a no spend, which was really good. That's one saving grace of that, so we'll go ahead and put that down. The 15th, I went wild. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I went wild. And I'm probably not gonna have room for it all. Ugh, okay, so let's start with food. For lunch that day at work, I got Jimmy John's. I get it all the time at work. My coworker is obsessed with it, and he's normally like, let's get Jimmy John's. So we do a group order, and that's what happens. So I spent $10.86 at Jimmy John's. Jimmy J's. So I'll put that down. I also just realized I was supposed to redo my nails before this video and I did not, so apologies for that little mess. Moving on, still on the 15th, that night I bought tropical smoothie for my mother and I, because apparently this video has shown me that I literally eat at the same 4 places over and over again. But that's everything for food. Then we have 3 like spending. I went on Etsy and not Etsy, but what you call it, like sticker shops, and I went a little too crazy. But it was $2 Tuesday and I couldn't resist. So I spent $42.97 at Harriet Wright Designs. I'm just gonna put HWD, which it would have been a little cheaper than, not that this even means anything or justifies anything, but like the conversion rate, since her shop is, I believe, in the UK, makes it a little more expensive than if it were in US dollars. Again, it's not in US dollars, so that really doesn't matter, but I'm trying to justify it somehow. And then I spent $15.75 at the, I believe it's the Gucci project. And I got my October monthly kit, which that setup video will be going up on Friday, so you'll get to see that then. You know what? I probably can actually fit my one more. But I need to get out my actual purple sheet because I've been using that freebie, and you guys know I spend too much to rely only on that freebie. Oh, but it's okay because I have 2 more. And probably another one because I have another order from Jordan that I have set aside because I need to haul it, although I will be bringing out a couple of those stickers in this video, so I don't know. Anyway, speaking of orders from Jordan, Jordan is the owner of The Planning Dancer. I talk about her in every single budget video because she makes the vast majority of the stickers you see in these videos, and they're really, really awesome and I love them. So if you, unfortunately you can't get the like kit setup, that's something that she just makes for me. But if you like these no spend stickers or the expense labels or any of like this income header, eventually my sinking funds headers, like the weekly check-in stuff, all of these little like week, if you like any of those stickers, you can get all of those from her shop. It's The Planning Dancer. I'll link it down below. And if you guys want to get 20% off, go ahead and use my code, because I'm cool like that, Carrie20. It's just CARI 20, but I'll also have that down in the description box. Anyway, aside from my little plug, we have one more sticker order from a Paperella story. I have not ordered from her in literal years, but I did this time, and I am super excited to get my order. So, oh good lord, that is Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday, thank the dear Lord, we have another no spend day. It's a good thing I bought more of these no spend stickers because I'm running low. And then the 17th, we have another kind of spendy day. It kind of just gets worse every day from here on out. So, 2 food expenses. So for lunch, I got Fruitables, and that is already a kind of expensive place to eat for one person. And then I also had it delivered. So it was $17.19, and I'm trying to write a 5 instead of an F because I am intelligent. That looks horrible. I don't know how to write. But that was my lunch. And then for dinner, I had Subway delivered, which I have not eaten in a very long time. So I'm trying to switch up from the 4 places I always eat. And I'm writing Fruitables again. Why am I like this? I don't want to waste any stickers, so I'm going to scribble it out even though it looks not super cute. Look how messed up, like there's my 5F, I scribbled that out, we're doing great. But that's everything for the 17th, so that was just bound to be a messy day. The 18th, we have a couple of things. First I'll get the food expense out of the way since we have that out. I ordered Panera, going back to my roots of the only places I apparently eat, and that was $18.26. It's kind of ridiculous to spend almost $20 on food for just yourself when you don't live in a place where food is super expensive, but I'm lazy and I also just don't feel crazy comfortable going in a bunch of places, and so that's how that happens. Then I actually have a sinking funds expense, which is a new category for me this month. I did take my dogs to the vet. They needed booster shots from when they went a couple weeks ago. So that was $35.46. Not too shabby there. I believe it was Katie Marie that I was talking to about how the vet can just be so expensive. So it was nice that was just $35. And then the last thing that day, I did more shopping for stickers. I need to slow my roll, but I spent $28.61 at the Coffee Monsters Co. I at least, one thing I will say, I had been making a list of stickers that I felt like I needed in my spread. I mean, needed is a hard word. Like, how much do we really need these stickers? But stickers that I was out of, I felt like weren't well represented in my collection, and that was a lot of what I purchased this week. So at least it was something I had been thinking about for a while, and I was like, I want this kind of sticker, blah blah blah. I'm just justifying again. All right, so let's move on to Saturday, the last day for this check-in. I again spent almost $20 ordering lunch for just me. I spent $18.76 at Piata. I was just having a gloomy day and I was feeling the carbs. I just needed carbs. And I was also like totally decluttering my entire closet that day. And so I was like, I'm gonna have a good lunch, lots of carbs, some caffeine, and then I'm just gonna like tackle it. And that's what I did. So it was good. All right, so that's, you know, not great, but like not crazy compared to the rest of the week. But it gets worse. So I do have an adulting purchase. The next 3 purchases are all from one Amazon order, but I broke up the costs because I ordered for different categories. So the first one I spent $29.50 on a couple of different kinds of vitamins. I take probiotics and fiber and stuff because I have the worst stomach. Probably not the worst stomach, but my stomach is not kind to me. So I spend a lot of money in different vitamins and supplements that actually do help me. So I just went ahead and ordered them off of Amazon. Then we have a sinking funds purchase, and this was the big daddy. So I got a thing. I am now an owner of an Apple Watch. I got the Series 3, which is, you know, they just came out with the 6, I think. So it's not the newest one, but there was a pretty good deal on Amazon. It was only $170, which the new ones are like $400 or $500. So I felt pretty good about it. My Fitbit, I was on my second Fitbit that just kind of stopped working, and I was really kind of getting just over it with Fitbit. And I had a coworker who was also just having the hardest time with hers, and their support services were literally not helpful at all. They were like, yeah, I don't really know what's wrong with it. Like, maybe if you just got an Android phone, it would work. And she was like, excuse me, what? So yeah, I just decided to switch to this. I really benefit from fitness tracking and kind of seeing my improvements and things like that. So that's why I got that. So that is in my electronics sinking fund. The reason this says $204.69 is because I also bought a couple of extra batteries for my camera. I've only had one battery as long as I've had this camera, and it gets really frustrating when I sit down and I'm finally ready to film and my battery's dying, so I literally can't. So just being able to have one charging while I'm using one is going to be really helpful. So that's that. And then the last one is just kind of a miscellaneous. I bought a couple of like laundry bags, which I guess could be adulting, but whatever. Like bags to put certain, like your delicate laundry in, so that it doesn't get all messed up in the wash, because I just bought new undies and bras, as we saw last week. And then I bought some of my like hair product, and just, I basically did like a Target run, but without leaving my house. So I don't know why I wrote miscellaneous on that and Amazon on the other ones, but whatever. So that's my week. It's a little rough. So let's get to the sinking funds portion. I'm actually gonna film that portion of the haul super quickly so that I can have that filmed and then put the sinking funds down. So it'll be like 10 minutes for me, a second for you. BRB. And just like that, we're back. So now I can use this sheet of, I mean, I bought 5 of these, so I really didn't need to, oh, that's not a whole thing. I really didn't need to pause and haul the stuff, but now I have that done, so it's good. So we're gonna put sinking funds here. And this part I will fill in at the very end of the month so that I can see everything I added, everything I subtracted, and my true final total. But throughout the month, I have been filling out my transactions from my sinking funds. And that is what we're gonna do once I put this down. If I could figure out how to not do that in a crooked way, because I'm super not careful. Okay, perfect. So our sinking funds this month, we had 2. So on the 18th, we had the vet, and that was $35.46. And then on the 19th, we had electronics, which is great because I don't have anything in there right now, but that's okay. And that's for my Apple Watch and camera batteries, and that came out to $204.69. All right, so that's all for that. I can continue to be able to show you, I don't know what I'm saying. Let's get into the weekly check-in. So I like to just take this out so that I can see my calendar view and add it all up and go ahead and write it in. So let's get to adding. We'll start with spending, which I don't know if you guys have done the whole iOS 14 reorganize thing. I haven't changed my like app icons because I hate that it goes to shortcuts and then to the app, but I did use some of the widgets, and I just made like titles for all my pages. So I have a budget page now, which is really fun. So let's do this. We're starting with spending. So let me actually write that in. This is gonna hurt my soul. I don't want to. Do I have to, guys? Okay. So we have $69.86 plus $17.16 plus $15.75 plus $42.97 plus $28.60. Oops. Now I gotta start over. Shoot. Okay. $69.86 plus $17.16 plus $15.75 plus $42.97 plus $28.61 plus $25.78. Okay, $200.13. All things considered, that is actually less than I spent last week, but it doesn't fare well for the month because I still have to add it. But we'll do that after. So let's go with adulting. Not too shabby in this category. We just have the $129, not $129, the one expense for $29.50. Food, we're definitely gonna have to do some adding. So 29 plus 10.86 plus 16.23 plus 17.19 plus 18.26 plus 18.76. Wow, remember like this week when I did super well on eating out, and this time I spent $110? At least one of those meals was for my mom. And then I'd say this every time, I don't know why I put sinking funds here. It doesn't really make sense, and I'm not going to do it next time, but since it's there, I don't want it to look empty, so we'll just add up my $35.46 from the vet plus $204.69 is $240.15. Again, really doesn't tell me a lot about like my spending trends because whatever, I'm not going to get into it. I talk about it every video. So now we're going to add up all the categories and cry. So spending total so far is $352.18 plus $213. It equals tears. $552.31. Dear Lord. Okay. Last week's adulting, or the month so far, is $136.30 plus $29.50. We didn't increase the damage too much in that category, although that would probably be the most responsible category to spend in, of course. Food so far, 97, and I spent more this week than I have the first half of the month combined, so that's good. 207.30, and then we add up the meaningless category of 153.77 plus 240.15 is 393.92. I want to cry, but that's okay. I'm still not over budget in anything. I want to like stress that. Like, I cry because, I mean, I'm not actually crying, but I get stressed because I do feel like this is more spending than is necessary for sure. But I also have the money for it. Like, I factored into my budget. I'm not over budget on anything. In each of these, like, my spending category encompasses a lot. It encompasses clothes, any miscellaneous expenses at all, shoes, you know, backpacks, all that stuff, stickers. I mean, literally everything, like hair products, and just anything. So of course that's going to be the highest one. There goes my house phone, which we don't even use, so I don't know why we have a phone to ring for telemarketers to call us. I'm clearly having trouble speaking, so we're gonna wrap this up here. Let's hope for a better week next week, but in the end, October's a new month. We can start over and try again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.